the Queen of Bronze and Fury. For many years, the great city of Troy had been under siege by the Achaean, Greek, armies. The Trojans were exhausted, their morale sinking. Then, across the shimmering sea, hope arrived in the form of a single ship, carrying a woman whose name meant courage, Penthesilea, Queen of the Amazons. Penthesilea led her mighty Amazon warriors into the fortress. She did not fight for Troy's glory, but for the thrill of honorable combat and the legacy of her people. She met with the exhausted Trojan leader Glaucus, assuring him, "The sword of an Amazon does not know retreat. Today, we turn the tide of war." The next morning, the battle horn sounded. The Greeks watched in stunned silence as Penthesilea charged onto the plain, her war cry echoing off the stone ramparts. Her spear, sharp as winter ice, was the first weapon to strike. She was a whirlwind of bronze and fury. One by one, the mighty Greek heroes fell back, stunned by her unmatched ferocity. No ordinary man could stand against the queen. She cut down warriors who had survived 10 years of war, her presence injecting fearless life back into the Trojan ranks. The Greeks grew worried. Heroes like Diomedes and Odysseus realized that this new arrival was far more dangerous than any opponent they had faced since the loss of Hector. "She fights like a force of nature," muttered the shrewd Odysseus. "We must slow her advance." But Penthesilea could not be slowed. She searched the field for the greatest challenger, the one warrior whose strength was legendary, Achilles. She had heard tales of his power and knew that to face him would be the ultimate test of her Amazon spirit. Suddenly, the ground seemed to tremble. There he was, Achilles, the greatest of the Achaeans. He recognized her instantly, not as a woman, but as a supremely skilled warrior. Their eyes locked across the fray. The noise of the war faded as both armies held their breath. The duel began in a flash of bronze and steel. Penthesilea moved with lightning speed, her training honed since childhood. She lunged and thrust, aiming for the few vulnerable spots in Achilles' armor. She was magnificent, swift, powerful, and utterly relentless. Achilles was forced to use all his immense strength to parry her blows. He had never faced an opponent who fought with such purposeful fury. Their blades clashed, creating sparks that flew high above the battlefield, a symphony of metal against metal. But even the greatest warrior faces fate. With a final, crushing thrust, Achilles' spear found its mark. Penthesilea fell, her Amazon spirit blazing even as she lay still. The war stopped. Even Achilles stood silent, realizing he had defeated not just a foe, but the bravest heart to ever challenge him on the plains of Troy. She had arrived a queen, and she died a legend.